The air-insulated, type-tested, medium-voltage switchgear NX Air has been successfully used by utilities and industries for decades. The NX Air offers smooth operation, excellent availability, optimal safety, and is manufactured in the state-of-the-art factory located at Kalwa, India. This is one of the global factories for manufacturing of NX Air switchgear and follows identical manufacturing procedures and quality standards as any other Siemens air-insulated switchgear factory. The vacuum circuit breaker assembly line is where the vacuum circuit breakers are manufactured and routine tested. This is the lean manufacturing line for assembly of NX Air panels. To work on switchgear where covers have to be removed, personal protective equipment has to be worn, which are safety shoes, gloves, helmet. Tools required for operating NX Air switchgear are shutter lifters, double bit key, racking handle, spring charge handle, push rod, earth switch operating handle, racking tool for withdrawable version of voltage transformer. Let us take a look at the various operating procedures of the NX Air switchgear. Procedure for checking shutters operation in the panel. Engage the shutter lifters, left and right, into the panel appropriately and check the operations of both the shutters. Shutters can be operated independently. You can lock the shutter lifters in the panel. The shutters are individually padlockable. Procedure for inserting the circuit breaker into the panel. Align the circuit breaker service truck in front of the panel. Adjust height of locking levers for proper locking. Push the service truck towards the panel and ensure locking at both sides inside panel. Unlock the levers on the circuit breaker. Pull the lower handle provided on service truck and push the circuit breaker from the truck into the panel. Lock the circuit breaker levers and lift service truck locking levers to unlock the service truck. Push the service truck away from the panel. Procedure for inserting circuit breaker from test to service position. Hold the circuit breaker's door handle in lifted position and close the door. Push the handle downwards to lock the circuit breaker door. Lift the flap upwards and insert the double bit key in the slot provided. Rotate the key 90 degrees clockwise and insert the circuit breaker racking handle. Rotate the handle clockwise until the handle stops after approximately 18 rotations. Remove the handle. Rotate the double bit key 90 degrees clockwise to remove the key. Check if the mechanical indication on the circuit breaker cassette is vertical and aligned with the virtual mimic on the circuit breaker door. Now, the circuit breaker is in service position. Procedure for closing circuit breaker manually. Insert the spring charging handle into the slot provided and rotate it clockwise until a sound meant to indicate a charged spring is heard. Visually, it can be checked by seeing through a viewing window provided on the circuit breaker door. A black indication ensures that the spring is charged and the circuit breaker can be closed. Rotate the knob anti-clockwise and insert push rod to close the breaker manually. Procedure for taking circuit breaker from service to test position. Lift the flap upwards and insert the double bit key in the slot provided. Rotate the key 90 degrees anti-clockwise and insert the circuit breaker racking handle. Rotate the handle anti-clockwise until the handle stops after approximately 18 rotations. Remove the handle. Rotate the double bit key 90 degrees anti-clockwise and remove the key. Check if the mechanical indication provided on the circuit breaker cassette is horizontal, which means disconnected position. The circuit breaker door can now be opened by sliding the handle upwards and by pulling in the outwards direction. Procedure for removing the circuit breaker from the panel. Align the circuit breaker service truck in front of the panel. Push the service truck towards panel and ensure proper locking on both sides inside the panel. Unlock the levers and pull the circuit breaker from panel using handles. Lock the circuit breaker levers and lift service truck locking levers to unlock the service truck. Pull the service truck away from the panel. Now we will take a look at the various safety interlocks, which are part of the standard features of the NX-Air switchgear. The NX-Air switchgear is provided with inherent built-in safety interlocks, ensuring all the operations occur behind the closed circuit breaker compartment door. Circuit breaker compartment door will not close unless low voltage plug is connected to the socket. Unless circuit breaker compartment door is closed, the circuit breaker cannot be moved from test to service position. Circuit breaker compartment door will not close unless the levers are in locked position inside the panel. Circuit breaker truck cannot be moved from test position to service position and vice versa when the circuit breaker is in closed condition. Circuit breaker can only be closed in either test or service condition. Closing is barred in other intermediate positions. Integral earth switch, if provided, can be switched on only when the circuit breaker is in test position. If the integral earth switch is in on position, then the circuit breaker cannot be moved from test to service position. The circuit breaker door cannot be opened unless the circuit breaker is in test condition. The earth switch handle can only be removed in either earth switch closed or open condition. The earth switch handle's removal is barred in other intermediate positions. High reliability, maximum safety and ease of operation make the NX-Air truly extraordinary.